What's up, y'all? Got a banger from P's World. Let's get straight into it.
I do get very triggered around going to my brother's at Christmas and all the kids being there, and I'm the only single person there. And I've started feeling, I mean, he doesn't know this, but I feel I can't help it, and it brings me shame. But like when I see his kids who have now got girlfriends and boyfriends, I feel such shame. And it's awful because I don't want to be that person. I want to be like proud auntie and the auntie that they all get on with, and you know, but I get so sort of locked in my shame that I then don't become the best person in the room because I stop talking.
I feel like as you get older.
Yep, and this is the problem with older women not prioritizing a family. A lot of these women get this gassed up ideology, especially from other women and just social media, that they need to prioritize their career, you need to prioritize yourself. And then they get into the later years of their life and they're like, man, what happened? I was prioritizing my career and prioritizing myself, and now I'm lonely. I have no man, no kids, no legacy, no nothing. And it's truly sad. But this is the modern woman song right here.
Pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going
Top
for the
50%? Nah, try the top 5%.
fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy. Like, why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl.
The problem is that
Wait.
when you as a woman describe a top tier man and all you're describing is physical traits and how much money he makes, the fact that that is what you're focused on tells everyone that you are not a top tier woman. And it is only a top tier woman that is going to solidify a long-term relationship with a top tier man. And that's what a lot of women don't understand. Like, redefine your definition of a top tier man, because I think there's a lot of other important qualities in a long-term relationship partner that you need to look for.
I mean, facts. She's preaching. And Emily King knows what she's talking about. The problem is, though, is that a lot of these women, they really do be thinking they're top tier when they're bottom feeders at best. Bottom feeders at best. Like, you ladies aren't cooking with gas. You're not cooking with grease. You're cooking with maybe just a little bit of canola oil. And it ain't even that good. It's kind of expired anyways. Like, these women really be thinking they're so gassed up that they're top tier. It's like, baby girl, you're mid at best.
Straight men need to step up their game and relationally with women, or they are going to be pushed out.
You need to step up your glasses onto your face. Talking about stepping up the game.
We really are seeing this play out in real time through the 4B movement. If you're not aware of this movement, it's a radical feminist movement that originated in South Korea, but it has gone global in recent months. And the focus of it is decentering men, but in a very hardcore way. Straight women specifically are committing to not only never marrying men, but never being in relationships with men or dating men, and more significantly, to never having sex with men. And we are at a very interesting point in history now where sex toy technology is so good that women do not need men in a sex context. And there's obviously been a trend for a while now of women committing to platonic life partnerships, which is where they move in together with a best friend of the same.
Honey, it's called a sister wife. Platonic life partner. Stop this woke crap.
Same gender and have a completely but committed lifelong relationship, because they are finding more meaning in that relationship and more connection and support and validation than what they are getting through their relationship.
I think that's mainly the validation aspect that they want. Once again, women change their environment to fit their mindset. So if a woman feels like she's not getting enough from a man, she's going to go hang out with yes women that just gas her up in all these stupid ideologies. Like, these women would rather go hang out with other girls that echo the same song and dance that they have, as opposed to getting with a man that could actually make you a better person and push you forward. No. Women don't want that. But that's why men change their mindset to fit their environment. If a man's not in a certain place where he feels like he's doing well, he's going to get chastised by other men and maybe even bullied and shamed by other men into being a better man. But, that's the modern dating market right now.
relationships with men. I think for so long men have seen it as some kind of threat that they can make, like, well, you need men, like, what will you do without us? But women are literally at a point where they are so fed up that they are saying, we don't care. We are just really sick of men's shit. This is the consequence of toxic masculinity. This is the consequence of this whole alpha male movement that was led by the likes of Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson, telling men that women need to go back to traditional gender roles, women need to go back to the kitchen, women can't have only pages, they can't have Instagram accounts, they can't wear certain items of clothing. Women are just like, fuck that. We're just going to do us. And if the human race dies out because we're no longer procreating, then so be it.
Look, that is such a bad mindset to have. That's such a horrible mind. If the human race dies out and we have nobody left, then so be it. It is what it is. Like, in what world does that make any sense? Just no sense of like duty, no sense of doing anything other than what you want to do. I just will never understand. It's such a childish ideology. And I'll be honest, that lady right there, she's she's mid. She's probably in her 40s. The thing is, honey, nobody's banging on your door to get in those cheeks. Nobody really is. I mean, maybe you guys thought she was cute, but I thought she was all right. Like, her value's not that high. She's sitting there talking about withholding things from men. Baby girl, dudes aren't even looking at you like that. Shots fired! Stop the cap. Like, what are you talking about?
January, no men, no dating, no alcohol. I'm on a date.
That lasted a whole 5 days. 5 days. Oh, I love it.
My perspective and approach to dating men completely changed after I started coaching them because I found out what they actually wanted, not just what I thought they wanted as a female. I grew up in an era where women were just starting to take hold of their independence. With that, I thought high value for men meant same as men. So in my mind, it was only logical, if I want a man who's rich, successful, wealthy, I have to also be rich, successful, wealthy.
No, and see, dude, this is why I always say modern women have turned into the men they've always wanted to be with. They think that we're attracted to the same things. No, we don't want you buff. We don't want you masculine. We don't want you rich. We want you fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids, be quaint, uplifting, elegant, empathetic, natural, and nurturing. That's what we want.
I would go on dates with men, I would tell them about all my accolades and all the accomplishments and all the countries I'd gone to, and I thought, wow, I'm so cool. Doesn't he see how cool I am? Unfortunately,
you tell me that you're traveled and you've been all over the world, boy. She's a runner, she's a track star. That's what I start thinking. How much mileage does this woman have? How much mileage does she have? That's immediately what I think.
Didn't realize what they didn't tell me was, oh no, he doesn't think you're cool, he thinks you're competitive. He doesn't think you're competitive because you are having all of these accomplishments. It's in the way that we were taught how to present the accomplishments. So when I started coaching men, really high net worth, successful individuals, I realized they don't care how much money a woman makes. They don't.
This is what's so crazy to me, is that women will go out and be a coach, a dating coach, and have no idea what they're doing. Like, how did you just become a man's coach on dating? And you don't even know what men want. Like, you're delusional. This is the problem. There's a lot of these women out there that are pretty good marketers that will go out and give men advice and just be so wrong. But because they can package it, like, bro, it kills me.
Care about her career. High value for a man does not mean you do what the man does. High value for men is completely different than what we as women perceive as high value. They lied to us when they said we also had to be providers. They lied to us when they said we also had to have all these accomplishments and try to have these purpose and all these things that are outside of the home. It doesn't mean you can't also enjoy those things or don't have to, but men find value not from the job that you have or the accomplishments that you have, but from the peace that you bring, from the energy that you give. Women are meant to see the world in a beautiful way, and men are meant to protect women from the badness of the world so they can keep showing how beautiful the world is to the man.
Hey, she preached that, though. She was spot on with that.
Once I realized this, it actually changed my entire life, not just dating, because I realized how much internalized shame I had around being a woman, because I saw women as weak. I saw the roles that women naturally wanted to do as weak, and I was ashamed actually to want to be feminine. I thought, if I do that, no one's going to take me seriously, no one's going to love me, and I can't possibly bring value into the world by wanting to express myself as a woman. What we need to realize is that equality does not mean sameness. Men and women each have their own biological drives that make them so unique and different, but also complementary. And it's complementary for a reason. If we could truly survive without each other, we wouldn't have a drive to be with each other. I truly believe that if men and women felt safe enough to just embrace their biological urges and adapt them to the modern world, and we could actually heal this polarity between us.
Hey, I completely agree with her. Shout out to her. I know the dating scene sucks, but so does getting hurt in an accident. Have you ever found yourself involved in a personal injury case? As an image consultant, I meet a lot of clients who are actually recovering from all sorts of injuries, from car accidents to workplace injuries. And I was actually surprised to see at how many people lose their personal injury cases, which is why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida for $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And the best part is, it's all free unless you win your case. Now, if you've also been the victim of a personal injury or a serious accident, you can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, where you can start your free claim today.
Short, attractive guy or a tall, ugly guy?
Tall, ugly.
Girl! Shots fired! Squidward!
Short,
Bro, what? I gotta see that again.
attractive guy or a tall, ugly guy?
Tall, ugly.
Girl, you better stop it. Tall and ugly girl, you grasping at straws. You better be happy what you can get. You better, oh, Lord have mercy. Men will more often choose the carefree natural look on the left, the look on the right. Women do for other women. The makeup industry is destroying our young women. I mean, got a point. Chat, let me know. Would you rather a girl wear makeup or no makeup? I'm going to keep it a buck. I like the no makeup look. I'm going to be honest.
We've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be in with it, every poor choice is glamorized.
And also what I don't get in this same breath is like, if a man tells you to go sell your butthole online, it's demoralizing. But if a girl tells you to sell your butthole online, it's empowering. It's like, what?
And every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist.
Bro, how many times do girls say guys are narcissists? How many times you heard that? You watch the Whatever podcast, you watch any of that, like, bro, you will see that stuff slanging. They will slang that stuff left and right, bro. They will sling that stuff left and right. Let's go to this clip right here. I think this is no Fugazi.
Come look at this.
What's the nicest thing a guy has done for you, but it turned you off?
I don't like when guys be like, good morning, my beautiful queen. That's just cringy. Like,
Well, because they know they ain't beautiful queens.
What's something nice that a guy has said to you that turns you off?
if we just started talking, you just like already, yeah, my sexy chocolate, like, oh
Sexy chocolate, sexual.
Moral of the story, don't give her compliments, man. Don't, like I always say, make women earn the compliments. If you just start giving away compliments, women are going to think that they're meaningless. Like, don't ever call a girl beautiful until she's earned that from you. Loki, does somebody want some jerky? Free. Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. But yeah, I saw this clip. I want to react to it.
A lot of women are waiting for the finished product, and you're missing a really good man who knows who he is, but he just needs support. And I'll say this too, a lot of men are waiting to build their kingdom before they have their woman. A really good woman will support you in building that kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is something that we have to hear more of because, you know, a lot of people see the finished product and they're like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. It's like, yeah, but you didn't see the before. You didn't see the story that got us here. And a lot of times we have to take a leap of faith, but if we trust ourselves and we trust in the other person, that leap of faith is grounded. The right woman will inspire the shit out of a man to build a bigger kingdom than he would have built alone.
Dude, this is why I say, bro, this is why I say you got two options in the dating market right now. Two options. You either go out there and build the kingdom alone, and you reap the rewards of all your hard work, and you have your princess that you've plucked out of the village, and you share her amongst your concubines, or you build the kingdom with another woman who's also a villager just like you. You build the kingdom together. Then she gets to reap the rewards of all the hard work just like you do, but now she's your queen, and now you're a king. There's just a different connotation when it comes to having a queen versus having a princess. A princess is shared. You share princesses. She gets special treatment, yeah, but she doesn't get respect like a queen would. A queen gets respect. A princess is just treated like, whatever, you're a little princess. I'll share you amongst my concubines. But a queen gets that respect and gets that title and also gets a man's loyalty. I believe, in chat, let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you agree. I believe the only way a woman should be able to earn a man's loyalty is if she's came up through the mud with him. Basically what I mean by that is, if you met him when he was a nobody and you helped him become a somebody, then yes, you deserve his loyalty. You deserve exclusivity to his funds, his body, his mind, his soul, his spirit, everything like that. But if you didn't help him build anything, then you are owed no loyalty, because he had to go out there and do it himself. You didn't help him do it. You just waited at the finish line and picked the winners, as opposed to helping him run the race. Big difference there. And I think that's what a lot of guys do. They feel like they need to go out and build the kingdom first before they can get a woman of value. But the problem is when you build the kingdom first, you only attract princesses. You only attract princesses. How are you going to find your queen if you've already built it? If you already built the kingdom, you can't go find a queen. You're going to find a princess. And a princess is going to be looking at you for different things. She's going to be looking at your status. She's going to be looking at your money. She may be looking at your looks, but she's looking at status and money first. And when a woman looks at your status and money, as soon as another bright, shiny object comes and another man that has more status or money than you, bro, she's out the door.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
She's gone. But if you can gain a woman's loyalty to you when you're a nobody, that's how I met Cass. And the reason I preach this is because, excuse me, the reason I preach this is because that's what I did. I met Cass when I was a nobody. I met her in Austin, Texas, and then by the way, some of you guys have been typing CASS, it's KASS. So I just wanted to be clear. But when I met Cass, I was a nobody. I was making $200 a month as a musician in Austin, Texas. I had no full-time job. I was making scraps, and I was doing side gigs on Craigslist. Yeah, that's where it was. And this was like maybe a year or two out of college. I did a sales gig, and then I went and I was like working. I wanted to work for myself, so I took like a year break. Bro, it was horrible. I was barely making any money. She was a nurse at the time, so she pretty much funded our lifestyle. Anytime we wanted to go out to eat, groceries, things like that, she pretty much supported me. But then she always knew I had enough ambition, though. She's like, I always knew there was something inside of you where you could be great. She goes, I saw it in you. So she's like, that's why I picked you. And man, like when she finally told me that, it was really heartwarming. She didn't tell me that until I had achieved it, you know what I mean? But now look at where she's at. She's a queen. She doesn't have to work. All she has to do is take care of the house, take care of Loki. She gets to do whatever she wants, right? She's out, running errands right now, shopping at TJ Maxx and Ross. Like, she gets to do what she wants. But she picked me and she waited for me. Therefore, she gets to reap all the rewards of all the hard work, because she stayed down for me. So guys, if you can meet a girl, and the thing is, it gets harder as you get older, because older women, they think their value's higher, so therefore they want other things. They want you to have money. They want you to have status. They want you to have things. That's why it's like, in my opinion, it's really important to try to find a woman that you can meet and fall in love with her on an emotional level before she falls in love with the financial you. Because if you can get her to be bought into the man that you are and the ambition that you have, then I think she'll stay much longer. And I feel like that's why a lot of guys get cheated on, is they attract women with the wrong things. If you attract her with money, status, like finances, then that's what she's going to be looking at. And if something happens, something goes south, she's going to dip on you. Cass and I have already talked about it. If something happens to me financially, she's like, I'll be there for you. I'm going to go back and get a job. She's like, I will take care of us. I will take care of the family like I used to. Like, she's a good woman in that regard. But we also have those conversations. I bet a lot of men, they don't even have those conversations with women. That's why I feel like a lot of relationships fail. It's just lack of communication, bro. You don't talk to your woman, you don't talk to your partner, or even someone that you're dating. When things come up that you haven't talked about and she acts in an irrational way, it's only because you don't understand the way she thinks about the scenario or the situation. So therefore, you got to be the man and the leader in that aspect, and you got to bring up these tough topics. And the thing is, for me, when I talk to Cass about things that are tough, it only brings us closer. And chat, let me know if you agree with that. I think when you talk about things that are hard to talk about, tough subjects, things where you have to get more than skin deep, I think it actually brings you closer in the long run because you really understand what they're thinking and what they're going through and their thought process on everything. So it helps you understand. That's why I always say seek to understand before being understood. But Loki, did you have a good time today? Seems like you did. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the 2 ebooks, The 4 Pillars of Personality and The 4 Steps of Style that make you irresistible to women and respected by men. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.